It's me for just a minute, Mom.
An inmate at Leavenworth Detention Center. Your account balance is $5.18. To hear the charges for this call, press or say 2. To accept this call, press or say 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this call and all people. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Don't consent to recording my call except my friend Rudy. I'm sorry to call you right back, but I just talked to the sergeant. He says they can't do anything on their end to add Mary's phone number. He suggested that I have somebody on the outside call ICS and ask them if they can do it for them. I've got ICS if you've got something to write with.
Yeah, I'm recording, and I'll make sure Mary Mel gets this. So whatever you need to say, she'll hear it.
Thank you. The ICS is 888-06-8407.
Hey, you broke up as you were given the middle three numbers. If you could please say that again, Mike.
Okay, ICS is 888-508-8407. And Mary, if you can have them, contact them and see if they can add your number, because the people here are saying that they can't do it because I was initially set up in West Tennessee where they had a phone list. That's what the problem is. These people here don't have phone lists. You can call any number, but for some reason, because of the way it was set up, and these people here don't seem to have any idea of how to deactivate and reactivate me in the phone system. So I think it's just a smooth lie that they're telling me just to pacify me. I don't believe for a second that they don't have the ability to reset the system, but that's what they're telling me. And these are professional liars. I had a conversation yesterday for about 20 minutes with a nurse trying to give me a TB shot, and I was explaining to her why Avardis basically is, in the business of making money selling TB, which they don't guarantee its safety or efficacy or its effectiveness, and the FDA has not approved it, and, it's got Twain-80 in it, which is a carcinogenic, and it's been found to have RNA and DNA, and all kinds of side effects from this shot. And I said, you could do the breathalyzer or the urine test. She said, well, we don't do that. I said, well, if you did, you wouldn't have so many people complaining about it. Oh, well, you're the only one that's ever complained. So I'm to believe in the history of, as long as they've been doing this, I'm the only guy out here that's ever complained.
Yeah, that's got to be a damn lie. Anybody who works for the government, the better liar they are, the better promotion they get. I mean, you're right; they're professional liars, and they get promoted on how good they can lie.
Right. And it's like I had a legal deadline today to get something filed via the mail, and I told them that since I got here Tuesday. Well, they finally showed up, and I told the warden and everybody beforehand, and so all of a sudden this lady comes by that's got a notary stamp to stamp my handwritten petition to the court. Said she can make copies, and yeah, she'll bring it back, and then we can get it in the mail. Well, she brought me she stamped it, but then she gave the copies to the counselor, and he brought me them, but nobody's ever gotten the mail. So it's 3 o'clock, and they're not getting the mail.
Yeah. So
it won't go out until Monday if I'm lucky, and it's just a rigged game, and I am. You have no idea when your wife is taken away from everything that is safe and normal, put in a cage, and she would rather not see people than to have them violate her by doing a strip search.
These people are devils, Mike. There's no doubt about it. They need to be held accountable, and they will be held accountable by our Creator, and we're going to try to make sure they're held accountable in this life, too.
This is just total evil, and these people, they work for a corporation, and they just don't care. They don't care about anybody. They are not moral people. They are sick sociopaths, and they will, whatever they have to say or do to get a paycheck, they will do it.
Yeah.
They are prostitutes. prostitutes of a corporate system. This is Babylon and on steroids, and it's gotten this way because these people that you elect, you think they're there working for you, and they're not, and you go on about your business, and you read about this stuff, and obviously you're on the front line exposing this stuff. But everybody out there, if you're listening to this, if you're married, when you're laying there next to your spouse tonight, just reach over, but don't touch them. Just come within a few inches and then stop, and then realize, what if they're not there? That's what you're going to feel. Nothing. That's what you will have to have comfort from. Nothing. Because your spouse will have been taken away.
It's satanic, Mike. I mean, what they've done to both you and Pat is satanic, and Sue as well. And but you know, it's only for a season. I really believe that, and the God will get you through this tribulation. He's going to get Pat through it, and he's going to get Sue through it. And these evildoers will see justice. I truly believe that, and I'm not going to give up that belief. And we're going to keep exposing them.
I agree. I read the case for that Michael Reed. I got some information from Michael Howard Reed case where he was charged with unlawful possession of a weapon originally, and he only got 18 months for that. However, they gave him an additional 108 months because him and his friend put out a lien on the judge or somebody, an attorney's. They served a notice that they were going to put a lien on him.
I've heard that complaint a lot. If you're not conspiring to kill a judge, you're putting a lien on a judge's house, and I'm just concerned how true a lot of these claims are, because I hear those claims over and over and over again for political prisoners. Conspiracy to murder, conspiracy to kidnap, putting a lien on the judge's house. It's the same playbook over and over again.
Right, and that's the thing. I've not filed any paperwork other than motions for release. Nothing about anything else. Nothing. Pat filed nothing. Pat called nobody. Pat did nothing to seek out to get anybody to do anything. The only thing, they contacted her and said, we need money to transport your husband up to Canada. And she didn't have it. So they said, well, what have you got? Sue told her that I had a Corvette. So they show up there wanting the old Corvette that they can't get because it's parked underneath the tractor trailer.
Yeah, you know what? You asked me what the charges were for Sue. I don't mean to interrupt you, Mike. She did tell us the charges that Sue has nothing to do with Pat. It has something to do with something about a child. I don't know if unlawful care of a child and not providing the necessary means of life to a child or some weird thing like that. Yeah.
Right, and here's the funny thing about her case is that the judge said she wasn't mentally capable of going to trial, so he made that determination and put her in the loony bin. But then when she wouldn't submit to them doing whatever medical experiments they wanted to do on her, all of a sudden, well, you're sane enough to go to trial now. Obviously, if you're sane enough to know that you don't need medical treatment, you're sane enough to go to trial. So you see how the manipulation never ends? The judges are nothing but Luciferian witches manipulating the system so he can, at the snap of his fingers, declare that she is insane, and then he can immediately snap his fingers again. Well, she's not insane.
Yep. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, she's definitely not insane. I've talked to her multiple times. Let me read you this email conversation I had with Pat. I said, "Peace, Pat. Mike loves you and is working to free you both. What is your visitation schedule if Mike has cousins in Alabama? In Christ Jesus, Rudy." She wrote back, "Hey, Rudy, visitation is on Saturday and Sunday and holidays. I don't think I want any visits, though, if I will be strip searched afterwards." I'm sure Mike can understand that. I finally got in touch with Mel today. She sounds real nice. Tell Mike I love him too. Really, I am okay. They did the worst they could ever do to me before I even got here. They separated me from my animals who have been my family for the past few years without Mike. God bless and walk sacred. Love, Pat. So she considers the worst thing they've ever done to her separating her from her animals, which I think you fully understand that.
I do, and people that have animals that are their companion animals, they know what we're dealing with, and it's like the loss. It's like separating you from your family, because it is your family.
Yeah.
And you know, it's in the Bible. There was a man who had a little lamb, a little female lamb that was his pet, like his daughter. And the guy that had power over him chose to steal the only thing that he loved in the whole world and killed it for his dinner.
Yeah.
And that's the evil that we're dealing with. We don't have power, so these low-life SOBs with their hired minion armies using Federal Reserve notes that will do anything for anybody seized what we had.
Yeah.
Effectively, that same story applies to Pat and me because, you know, we work for everything that we've got. We help people. We don't ask for help. We help other people. You know, every penny that I had made over the last year prior to this went into trying to help the Chilcotin Nation. I sent everything I made up there trying to help them because I knew that they were in greater need than us. And I knew that whatever I faced in the court in Tipton County, it's a rigged game. It doesn't matter. There is no justice. The whole thing is a rigged game. The entire court system in Tennessee is rigged. None of the, I mean, I called every lawyer. None would help. They know we're innocent. They said there's nothing we can do. We can't win. It's a rigged game. I said, what about getting it transferred to another court? We can't get it done. I said, what about the appellate court? They're a rubber stamp. In other words, the system is totally screwed up. It's not our system. It's a rigged game. You can't win. It's like an online casino, as one young man in jail said. You can't win.
Yeah.
There is no, you're not allowed to know the rules. You're not allowed to have fairness. There is no due process. The court is not impartial. The court makes a profit off of you going to prison. Why would so many people end up in prison if not that there's a financial gain for the court and the people involved?
You know, Ken Hovind wrote a book about that. They stole his property, too. He had a place called Dinosaur Adventureland in Florida, very substantial property. They took all of it, Mike. And when they put Ken Hovind in prison, he wrote a book called The Kennel, and it's exposing the prison industrial complex from the inside. And it talks about exactly that the judges have stock in the prison system, the prosecutors have stock in the prison system, and the more full it is, the more money they make. And there is a financial incentive for them to send everybody to prison that they can.
Every inmate is listed with a QSIP number. The judges have a CRIST fund, and that's where they get a kickback for every conviction. And you realize that I am now viewed as a thing, a box, a commodity that's traded on the stock market in the mutual funds. And every inmate, every human being that's locked up in this warehouse is basically viewed as some type of a commodity. And people that have mutual funds don't realize it, but they're investing in A.G. Edwards and stuff like that. They're investing in warehousing people.
Yeah. I know several people that tell the truth that you just told, and they're all, you know, most of them, not all of them, but most of them are in prison, tortured, or dead. And so it must be true because anytime anybody talks like that, they come after you with a very volatile aggression.
You know, I've read all this stuff. I heard people talking about it for years, and I started, you know, old people that had been in the system. One, Jim Jones, a friend for many years. He died a few years ago. He was a former Air Force pilot, and he was like a clerk for what's now a U.S. attorney on the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, Bernice Donaldson. And he clerked for her for a while and worked in the system. And he saw what was going on, and he got out of the system and realized it's a rigged game and shared with me information. And I started slowly, and when I had time doing research, and I discovered, that it's true.
Yeah.
So, God bless you, Rudy, for your ministry. Thank you for sharing this information with everyone out there. And people, if you can't help, if you go to my website, MikeParsons.org, there's a tab somewhere on there for PayPal. Don't worry about that. I'm not there. My wife's not there. We don't have access to it. Rudy might have a tab on his website and YouTube to where he can benefit from anything that you might be willing to contribute to him, because he does a tremendous ministry. He's helped me and my wife with communication, and that's a lifeline that keeps us going.
Mike,
we need help. Please help Rudy.
We love you, brother, and we're praying for you, and we just want you to get out of prison, and we're going to keep asking God to do that, and we believe that God will work a miracle. We love you, Mike. I'm sorry this is happening.
If somebody can Twitter about, the upcoming trial, and that we need people of Native American culture to step forward, and other people that are Second Amendment rights advocates, and people that just stand for the truth in general, God bless you. Please stand with us.
Amen. Amen, Mike. Your trial is on April the 23rd, right?
I don't know, 23rd, 26th.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
All my papers
I got you. Well, maybe we can find some people local in the area to go to your trial to be a witness.